I actually get really bad migraines, but I haven't gotten them all my life. In fact, it's only been like the last 4 years or so that I've gotten migraines. And I've come to realize that they are often triggered by certain things that I eat or drink. I am under the care of my doctor, so don't you worry. But migraines are actually pretty common and they can be debilitating. I mean, we're talking one side of the head throbbing, like pounding pain, like you're light sensitive, you get nauseous. It's like, oh my gosh. So if any of you have had migraines or you get them, you know what I'm talking about. But interestingly enough, there are a number of foods and drink that can trigger migraines that might surprise you. That's what we're talking about today. Guys, I'm Dr. Jenn, practicing family physician, on-air health expert, and video creator. The first one that I think is surprising is aged cheese. So if you are a cheese connoisseur, you might need to be careful if you get migraines because aged cheese can actually trigger migraines in some people. The next thing is fermented and pickled goods. That's right. That's also another one that's kind of like, who would have thunk it? And the other thing is cured and processed meats. So examples of cured and processed meats are things that a lot of us eat, guys. Things like bologna, game, ham, hot dogs, pepperoni, even sausage. So these sort of cured and processed meats, they can actually trigger a migraine in some people. Surprising, right? And by the way, as I'm going through this list, I want you guys to think about if you get migraines and you know that you have certain food or drink triggers, I'd like you to let us know in the comments what your triggers are, like what your situation is. It often helps other people. Let's move on to number 4, chocolate. Chocolate is so yummy. But chocolate is sometimes not great for migraines because it can be a trigger for some people, unfortunately. And then, of course, we have alcohol. Yeah, this is a big one. And it's not always just like red wine, which is something that we often think about, right? It could be other types of alcohol. It could be white wine. It just depends on the person. So if you're finding that you get a really, really bad headache after drinking alcohol, that may be your trigger, okay? Also, some fruits and nuts can trigger migraines, which it seems like, come on, fruits and nuts are supposed to be healthy, but they can trigger migraines? But alas, yes, they can in some people. MSG, that's monosodium glutamate. That actually can trigger migraines in some people too. So you got to be careful about what you're eating, and if it's got MSG in it, that could trigger migraines for you. Also, foods with yeast in it. It sounds like probably a lot of things, but it may or may not be. Think about that though. Yeast can actually trigger migraines in some people. And I should also say, guys, there are a lot of amazing treatments on the market for migraines. What's really important is that you get a proper evaluation of your migraines and you understand what's going on. You know, depending on who you are, you may need imaging, you may need certain medications, you may need a certain workup, etc. Don't just assume that your migraines are nothing. Of course, that's what we hope they are, but the important thing is to get them checked out no matter what. Understand, though, that some foods, as I'm mentioning, can trigger them. And then we've got, let's see here, last but not least, I wanted to mention some things that I think are kind of surprising. Like the last thing is soy sauce can trigger migraines. Nuts, peanut butter. Come on, peanut butter, really? Yeah, but yeah. Canned soups, even things like bouillon. And interestingly enough, for some people, caffeine can trigger migraines, or the lack of caffeine can trigger migraines. Again, these are food and drink types that I'm focusing on. There are many other things that can trigger migraines: lack of sleep, stress, anxiety, so many, menstrual periods, hormonal changes, you name it. Maybe I'll do more videos on migraines. Let me know if you'd be interested in this. But I wanted to at least stop in and give you some food and drink items that can trigger your migraines. I'm hoping this will help you.